think one thing that it's worth pointing out is that in the academy, in any event, where I've spent a large portion of my career, originalism is not necessarily a conservative idea. There is a whole school of thought, and so originalists are now a very diverse lot. And there is a school of originalism that's more of a progressive originalism and is very committed to keeping the Constitution's meaning, just interpreting text the way all originalists do, to say that it has the meaning that it had at the time that it was ratified, but they tend to read it at a higher level of generality. So all originalists don't necessarily agree. And in fact, there's an advocacy group called the Constitution Accountability Center, which has routinely filed briefs in the Supreme Court that calls itself, it writes briefs in support of originalism, but taking it from a more progressive standpoint. So I don't think I think probably people think, oh, it's only conservatives who are originalists, but actually it's a more widely accepted view than that. I think that if you think about different strains of approaching constitutional text, originalism is one. All judges and justices take account of history and the original meaning. It's just that some weight it differently, whereas originalists would give it dispositive weight when it's discernible. Other approaches to constitutional interpretation may take a more pragmatic view and say in some instances, well, that may have been the historical meaning, but that's an uncomfortable fit for current circumstances, so we will tweak it a little bit to adjust it to fit these circumstances, that situation. Sometimes it's called living constitutionalism, that the Constitution can evolve and change over time. Sometimes it's called like a more pragmatic constitutionalism.